seated. Thank you very much. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, here ably represented by the President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most distinguished Dr. Godswill Obod Akpabio, GCON, the real uncommon Senate President of our time, a former governor, a former minister, now the Chairman of the National Assembly. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this occasion and for coming here to represent the #1 citizen of our country, our father and our leader, Mr. President. The First Lady of Lagos State and my darling wife, Dr. Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, thank you very much for your great work. The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, who shares the same vision with me, and together we continue to push on the developmental agenda of our state, Dr. Kadiri Obafemi Hamzat. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, representing His Excellency Alhaji Idris Gobert. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, representing the Governor of Plateau, Our Excellency Mama Josephine Pio. Thank you very much. You have both seen what Lagos looks like. And I was saying that I wanted to revoke your citizenship so they just remain here, you know, and be serving your state from Lagos State. Thank you very much. My great friend and brother, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu, CFR. Thank you very much. Through you to also acknowledge members of the Green Chamber. But of course, let me acknowledge all of our distinguished senators that have joined the Senate President here today. Permit me to be partial with the senators that are representing Lagos State. Most distinguished Senator Tokunbo Abiru, most distinguished Senator Wasiu Eshiloku Soni, and of course, our Senator Madam Amazon Idiat Adebule. But my other brother senators that are here, you have all been duly recognized. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support you continue to give our Senate President. Members of the National Executive Council, especially two of our own, the Honorable Minister for Education, who, if we give him permission, he wanted to turn it into a professorial speech here. He cut his speech from 77 pages to 7 pages. Dr. Tunji Alausa and his counterpart in the Ministry of Trade and Investment, our very Dr. Mrs. Jumoke Oduwole. Both of you are representing our state very well, and we're proud that Mr. President has chosen very well for you to be the representative of Lagos in this Executive Council. And I'm sure there are several others that also want to lay claim to Lagos. We will take them. But you are amazing. You are best, and we thank God for the great work you're both doing. Body of permanent secretary that are here present, members of the state, Lagos State House of Assembly. Pardon me that I'm recognizing you here now. Members of the State Executive Council that are here, body of permanent secretary, chairmen of our various statutory commission that are here, chairmen of our local government and LCDA that are here, GAC members that are here that constitute of ambassadors, former deputy governors. All of you have served the state and the nation in one position or the other. Thank you very much for your service to our state. The National Executive Committee member of our party, our youth leader, thank you very much. The chairman of our party, thank you very much. Our leaders, our royal fathers that are here, starting with the Oba of Lagos, here represented by Okwelua. Thank you, our white captives. Thank you, our royal fathers. You know, thank you very much. from Oba Arumire to Ajiromia, to Aja, to all of you that have turned out here in large number. Thank you very, very, very much. I also want to acknowledge our leaders in the space, our religious leaders, both of the Muslim and the Christian faiths that are here. Thank you very much. To the real celebrants of today, which are starting with the TGPS, to the teachers, to the principals, to the vice principals, but more importantly, to the over 22,000 students of Tolu Schools Complex. Give yourself a big round of applause. Mr. Senate President, under the canopy there, we've got over like 1,000 students, under the canopy there. We went, and we went to greet them. If they're still there before you go, then they're there just to say hello to you. But there's a representative of each of the 36 schools that are here seated to come and usher you, and at the right time, I will bring them forward just to have an handshake, so that people will know that it is not a fluke that there are 36 schools in this complex, and they are real, they are students, and they are the future leaders of our great country. Distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, there's a saying that the truest measure of any society is found in how it treats its most vulnerable and how it invests in its youngest citizens. Today, here in Ajegunle, AJ City, we are not merely commissioning a set of buildings, we are fulfilling a covenant, a sacred promise between government and the people, that no child, regardless of where they are born, shall be denied the dignity of a world-class education. Your Excellency, Senate President, here ably representing Mr. President, today's commissioning sends a message more powerful than any policy document or any government circular. It tells the children of Ajegunle, and indeed every child across Nigeria, that the highest office in the land, we see them, we believe in them, and we're willing to work with their communities to stand with them. On behalf of the people of Lagos State, I welcome you most sincerely to this historic occasion. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So says the late Nelson Mandela. Mr. President, today we wield that weapon, not in destruction, but in construction, not in division, but in the most radical act of inclusion this community has ever witnessed. The Ajegunle story is a story from neglect to renaissance. To appreciate the magnitude of what we're commissioning today, we must first understand that we've come from. Ajegunle is one of the most densely populated communities, as said by our political leader, not only in Nigeria, but in West Africa. For decades, this community has gone through extraordinary resilience, a place that has produced world-class athletes. It has produced musicians. It has produced entrepreneurs and professionals, the likes of Daddy Shoki, the likes of African China, the likes of John Jazzy, the likes of Samson Siasia, the likes of Odion Igodalo, the likes of Osime, the likes of Taribo West, among others, are some of the products of AJ City. And some of them have been product of Tolu Complex at one time or the other. And so the Tolu Schools Complex was first established in 1981 under the visionary administration of mass education policy of late Alhaji Lateef Jakonde to provide accessible education in the heart of Ajegunle. The government reclaimed, we're sitting on reclaimed land because that is water there, that is water here. 11.73 hectares of land from the Lagos Lagoon, and he built what became a beacon of hope for this community. Starting with just 2 schools, Unity and Olodiapapa Secondary School, the complex has expanded rapidly to 7 by the year 1983. A major milestone came during the administration of Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was the 12th governor of the state. He constructed the Bola Ige Millennium Secondary School, which is one of the ones that we're celebrating here today. That intervention was not just an infrastructure, it was part of a larger philosophy that government can build for the future and build at scale. Mr. President, ably represented, that seed of investment planted by your hand several years ago is part of the mighty tree that we're harvesting here today. But time, population pressure, and the forces of nature took their toll. In recent years, the complex deteriorated severely. Classrooms that were built 35 years ago were crammed with over 120 students. The perimeter fences are collapsed. Flooding, security challenges were major problems that the students were facing. The fiscal environment did not reflect the dignity of children that we want to live as generations that are coming behind us. Laboratories and ICT facilities were grossly insufficient for demands of the 21st century. And younger peoples, particularly at primary level, lack the kind of protection, purpose-built learning space that is deserving of the leaders of tomorrow. That reality became unacceptable to us because no child should have to fight floodwater in order to get education. No teacher should have to labor in a crumbling environment to shape the future of our young ones. And no community should be told to dream big while its public institutions remain trapped in neglect. So we took a decision, a clear and deliberate decision, to completely regenerate this historic complex completely. And it was not just an historic regeneration, it was a courageous one. What we have built is a school for the 21st century. Mr. President, what we are commissioning today is not just a facelift. It is not a cosmetic intervention. It is a fully reimagination of what public education should look like in modern African city like Lagos. We have transformed Tolu Schools Complex into the largest integrated educational community. They say in Africa, I will keep it very modest in West Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. A school city that now comprises 36 schools, 5 primary schools, 15 junior secondary schools, and 16 senior secondary schools, providing a complete educational ladder from foundation to the threshold of higher learning. To tackle overcrowding and create a more conducive learning environment, we have delivered new classroom blocks, each containing 18 classrooms. In addition, we've pushed extensive renovation to 24 others. We've ensured that we've restored to a safe, habitable, and inspiring spaces for teaching and learning. We did not just stop at classrooms, because education today must be more than just preparing children to pass examination. It must prepare them to thrive in a changing world. That is why we've built a 4-story vocational skill acquisition center with dedicated workshop, a facility deliberately designed to bridge the gap between academic instruction and practical competence. We want our young people to leave school not only with certificates, but with capacity, with capability, not with ambition, but with employable entrepreneurial skills. We also have central laboratory and ICT complexes, which we believe signals the future of Lagos. Within this hub, we have dedicated classes and laboratories for physics, chemistry, and biology. Each will accommodate over 200 students at every single time, creating rooms at scale, experiment, and serious scientific learning. There is also a state-of-the-art ICT and robotic hub where students will be able to receive scheduled specialized training, and they will develop the digital fluency that this century truly demands. This matters to us greatly because the world of our children are growing into a world where they will need to renew not only literacy and knowledge, but adaptability and innovation. We have equally constructed a flagship special needs school, specially designed for learners with special needs capability. You saw the school. It has vision capability. It has a lift that takes people with disability and physically challenged that is here within the school complex. In the same vein, we have also invested heavily in sports and sporting infrastructure, including standard AstroTurf football pitch and a tartan athletic track, a multi-purpose court, a spectacle benches with provisions for javelin, long jump, high jump, and others. We believe that Ajegunle has been a cradle of athletic champions and sport enthusiasts, and it's a community of talent, it's a community of grief, and it's a community of extraordinary human beings. Mr. President, distinguished guests, I want to speak directly to the parents and to the residents of Ajegunle. I know that this community has endured. I know that the sacrifice you have made to keep your children in school, sometimes walking them through flood waters just to reach their classrooms. I know the sleepless nights, the quiet prayers, the stubborn hope that tomorrow will be better. I want to say to you, not only is tomorrow, today, tomorrow has indeed arrived for you. What we're commissioning here is more than bricks, it's more than mortar, it's more than steel. It is a declaration that the postcode of a child's birth, I know when you say you have an Ajegunle postcode, the postcode of a child's birth will not determine the ceiling of their ability, will not determine the ceiling of their destiny. It is a proof that government can be a force of justice, government can be a force for equity and for the genuine transformation. That is why today's event is so meaningful. It builds generation of leadership together around one enduring purpose, the upliftment of people. And it is the words of Martin Luther King that says, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. We believe that is what we're passing on here today, that we want you to have true education. That is precisely what the new Tolu School Complex has designed to produce. Young people who can think, who can create, who can possess, who can take the world, who have both technical ability and have the moral suasion to take Nigeria to the next level. Mr. Senate President, it is therefore my unique opportunity and a rare one that I want to call a representative of each of those schools, just so that people know that these 36 schools are in existence with their different school uniforms in their various levels. So if you permit me, sir, I want them to come just for an handshake with Mr. President seated here. Please create the space for them. Tolu Nursery and Primary, Tolu Nursery Primary School. Please just come forward. Let's just give him a big round of applause. The next one is Sea Breeze Nursery and Primary Schools. Just come here, have an handshake. Have an handshake. I'm your daddy, don't worry, just have an handshake. Oremeji Nursery and Primary School. Continue. Just come and stand here when you finish your handshake because we will take a picture with all of you. Oremeji Senior Nursery and Primary School 2. Just stand. Reservation Nursery and Primary School. And to the secondary schools, Newland Junior School, Newland Senior School, Tinkan Island Junior School, Tinkan Island Senior School, Reservation Junior School, Reservation Senior School, Expressway Junior School, Expressway Senior School, Ojora Memorial Junior, Ojora Memorial Senior, Adeolu Junior, Adeolu Senior, Temidire Junior, Temidire Senior, Oshodi Junior, Oshodi Senior. The next one, come stand behind. Alakoto Junior, Alakoto Senior, Mokaya Junior. Okay, Mabinu. Mokoya Junior. Mokoya Senior. Let the next line come. Let just the next line come. Olodi, Creek Junior. Creek Senior. Olodi Apapa Junior. Olodi Apapa Senior. Olua Memorial Junior. Olua Memorial Senior. Ojoku Junior. Ojoku Senior. Unity Junior. Unity Senior. And finally, Bola Ige Memorial. Mr. Senate President, it's my honor if you can please come forward and just take a picture with the future leaders as a symbol of all the 36 schools that you have graciously commissioned here.
Exemplary leadership being demonstrated by our governor.
Mo fẹ́ sọ pé káwọn kan gun orí step náà ni. Kí wọ́n bá lè bá gómìnà ya fọ́tò. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ wọ̀nyí mo kí yín ẹ kú oríire o. Ẹ yá tọ́jú fọ́tò yìí o. Torí tó bá dọjọ́ iwájú tẹ̀yin náà bá ti di gómìnà.
Congratulations. Let's appreciate them once again.